Witch in Charm's Way, a cozy mystery audiobook, written and narrated by R.K. Dreaming. Part 24. Chapter 14. Club Nocturne. Allegra ether-hopped me home to Mansion House. We arrived near the front door of the castle to find Jasper sitting on the steps waiting for me. "What are you doing here?" said Allegra in surprise. "Oh, hey Allegra," he said, "waiting for Esme." Allegra looked at the two of us curiously. An odd half-smile came onto her face. "So, what are you two up to?" she asked us both lightly. I hadn't told her about my plan to go with Jasper to Club Nocturne. I suppose I thought she might be annoyed with me. After all, she was the one who had wanted to question Beach Bum, and I had told her that we should stay out of it and leave it to the professionals, and now I had changed my mind. I never could keep secrets from Allegra, so I ended up spilling the beans right there on the doorstep. She was rightfully annoyed. "I can't believe you didn't tell me," she said accusingly. "Do you want to come?" said Jasper. Allegra scowled. "I wouldn't want to be a third wheel on your date." "It's not a date," I said quickly. "If you say so," retorted Jasper. Allegra looked annoyed. "Just come with us," I said, wanting to appease her. "And anyway, we might need you." I looked at her pleadingly. Allegra's wand might come in handy if we ended up upsetting anyone by asking dodgy questions. But then again, Jasper also had his own gift to bring to a confrontation, or a curse, depending on how you looked at it. In addition to allure, Baina had a second magical ability called their hunger. They needed to feed on the life energy of other beings to survive. Just a little bit would do, but they could do serious damage with it if they wanted to, even kill. But hunger needed skin-to-skin contact. A wand was far more useful at a distance. Allegra rolled her eyes. "Of course you're going to need me," she said. "It's a good job you've brought along a few of my spare outfits. I can't go dressed like this." She gestured down at her elegant lilac robes. These were the sorts of things she wore to keep Granny happy, but only when she felt like it. Allegra didn't mind shaking things up every once in a while. I knew that wearing these robes tonight had been a favour to me. She'd wanted everything to go smoothly on my first evening at home. "Excellent," said Jasper, looking really pleased. I rolled my eyes at him. It looked like he wasn't too bothered about this being a date after all. While Jasper hung out with Aunt Adele, who was experimenting with new recipes in the kitchen, Allegra and I went up to my bedroom to change outfits. As we walked up the stairs of South Tower, she said, "I wonder how Granny knew about the last time you were, here when someone died." "You mean the last time I was accused of murder?" I said. "You don't have to be afraid of saying it, Ali. You know it had nothing to do with me, and my name was completely cleared." "Of course it was," she said. "But I hope no one else has heard about it, because it won't look good for you." She looked worried. "Tell me about it," I said glumly. We arrived in my bedroom. She looked around the large circular chamber with great interest. "It's really different from Willow Manor, isn't it?" Willow Manor was more modern, its interior walls plastered and painted. The castle here had lots of exposed grey brick slabs and tapestries to stave off the cold. I was glad for the thick pile rugs on my floor, or it would have been freezing in here. It had a big open fireplace, and when the fire was roaring in here, the circular room became cosy and very pleasant. My favourite bit was the stout old four-poster bed with the thick curtains I could draw around myself at night. For something so old, it was extremely comfortable. I disappeared into the bathroom to change into a peach and black flower print baby doll dress of Allegra's. I didn't want to get changed in front of Allegra. I was worried she might take a look at my newfound gauntness and begin wondering how it was possible that in the 3 weeks since I had last seen her that I had lost so much weight. I even felt like my skin had changed tone. It was colder now, both in temperature and in shade. The less Allegra saw of it, the better. I eyed up my sunblock automatically, feeling the urge to put some on. But it was night, and I would be home long before dawn. I had to stop being paranoid about things going wrong. I was going to be with Allegra after all. The warm peach of the dress helped to bring out a little bit more warmth in my skin. It used to be pleasantly honey-coloured, even without the sun, but these days it looked ashy. Underneath the dress, I put on some black tights shot through with sparkling gold threads to add a bit of interest. One couldn't just walk into Club Nocturne wearing something boring. The doormen would turn you away. I got back into my bedroom to see Allegra topping up her eyeshadow in a sparkly gold shade from a compact she had taken out of her purse. Then she applied some red lipstick and pressed her lips together with a satisfied pop. She was looking gorgeous in her scarlet figure-hugging dress. I was sure that hadn't been in the bag of stuff that we had brought over. She shrugged when she saw me looking at it. It was green, she said, but I thought red was better for tonight. She had changed it with her wand. I whistled. You thought right. That red looks wonderful on you. You look great too, she said, eyeing up the peach dress in approval. But don't tell me you thought you were finished. You can't go like that. At least put on some makeup and some earrings. I groaned, but let her drag me over to the dressing table and sit me down in front of it. She fussed, combing out my hair and straightening it with her wand to make it sleek. Then she gave me some of her glittery gold eyeshadow as well. Are you sure you don't want me to change your hair back to pink for you? She said, eyeing it up longingly. It would look so cute. I don't want to look cute, I said. Do you want my studs? She said suddenly, noticing my eyes lingering on them. She immediately put her hands to her ears and started taking them off. Don't even think about it, I protested. I was just admiring your taste. And anyway, you know I don't like wearing jewellery. Yes, but you're the one going on a date tonight, not me. I told you it's not a date, I insisted. She sighed as she attacked her own hair with her wand. If you say so. I do say so, I insisted. Because he really is very cute, she said. If you think so, then you can have him. Don't say what you don't mean, because I just might take him, she shot back. I grinned at her. Remember what a big crush I had on him in school? It's weird thinking about it now. Aw, she said, is it bringing back all those teenage butterflies? Yuck, I said. I hope not. I'm done with men. We went downstairs to find Jasper in the kitchen, scoffing down some tiramisu. A little smudge of cream was on the corner of his lip. Allegra leaned over to wipe it off. He thanked her. You want some, he said to both of us, lifting up his dish of the half-eaten stuff in an offering. Too full, I said. Make sure you're all hungry by the time you get back tonight, said Aunt Adele cheerily. I'll leave out some special treats for you all. Thanks, Aunt Adele, said Allegra, unable to resist stealing a large spoonful of Jasper's dessert. As she put it into her mouth, he watched her with a smile. Good, isn't it? Aunt Adele was looking at me strangely out of the sides of her eyes, so I excused myself and followed her out into the hallway. Are you any closer to finding out anything about Lily's murder? She whispered anxiously. Hi, you've reached the end. Comment the code words, whodunnit though, to confuse everyone who hasn't reached this part of the story yet. Thanks for playing along.